Gracie the giraffe was a tall and graceful creature who lived in the African savannah. She loved to wander through the grasslands and watch the other animals as they went about their daily lives. But despite her height and beauty, Gracie felt a bit lonely at times. She longed for a friend who could understand her unique perspective on the world. One day, as Gracie was gazing out over the plains, she saw a small bird struggling to fly. Without hesitation, Gracie extended her long neck and offered to help. The bird was surprised and grateful for Gracie's kindness, and the two quickly became friends. As they explored the savannah together, Gracie and the bird discovered that they had much in common, despite their differences. They shared a love of adventure, a sense of curiosity, and a deep appreciation for the beauty of nature. They also learned from each other, with Gracie showing the bird the wonders of the savannah from her towering perspective, and the bird introducing Gracie to the joys of flight. Gracie showed the bird the way she saw the savannah, from high up. She led her through the long grass, pointing out the different animals and plants as they went along. The bird was amazed by the view and grateful for Gracie's guidance. Despite their differences, Gracie and the bird became fast friends. They spent their days exploring and playing, sharing stories and laughter along the way. They were an unlikely pair, but their connection was deep and meaningful. Through their friendship, Gracie realized that true friendship knows no bounds, and that even the most unlikely of friends can share a deep and meaningful connection. She also discovered that sometimes, the best way to make a friend is to extend a helping hand and show kindness to those in need. As their adventure came to an end, Gracie and the bird said goodbye, but not before making a promise to meet again soon. Gracie realized that even though their time together was brief, the memories they shared would last a lifetime. She felt grateful for her new friend and the joy that their adventure brought her. From that day on, Gracie continued to explore the savannah with a new sense of wonder and appreciation. She knew that no matter where her adventures took her, she would always have a special friend to share them with. And as she gazed out over the grasslands, she knew that the world was full of possibilities and new friendships waiting to be discovered. Gracie and the bird continued to keep in touch after their adventure. They exchanged letters and shared stories of their experiences. Gracie often sent the bird photos that she took while exploring the savannah, while the bird shared tales of her travels through the sky. One day, Gracie received a letter from the bird inviting her to visit a new place she had discovered. Excited by the prospect of new adventures, Gracie set off on a journey to visit her friend. As she arrived at the bird's home, she was surprised to see that it was a tall tree, nestled among the branches. The bird greeted her warmly and showed her around her home. Gracie was amazed by the bird's ability to live in such a unique environment. The two friends spent their days exploring the tree and the surrounding area. Gracie marveled at the different animals and plants she saw, many of which she had never encountered before. The bird showed Gracie how to climb through the branches and even took her on a ride through the sky. As they sat together watching the sunset, Gracie realized how lucky she was to have such a special friend. She knew that even though they were different, their bond was strong and unbreakable. After several days of exploration and adventure, it was time for Gracie to return home. The bird said goodbye, promising to visit Gracie in the savannah soon. Gracie left feeling grateful for the amazing experience and the deep connection she had with her friend. As she wandered back through the savannah, Gracie thought about all the adventures she had been on and all the amazing friends she had made. She knew that each new encounter was an opportunity to learn and grow, to appreciate the world in new ways, and to form connections that could last a lifetime. From that day forward, Gracie continued to explore the savannah and beyond, always with an open heart and a willingness to make new friends. And even though her journey had taken her to new heights and unexpected places, she knew that the most important thing was the friendships she had made along the way. Years went by, and Gracie and the bird remained close friends, despite the distance between them. They continued to write letters and share stories of their adventures, always eager to hear about each other's experiences. One day, Gracie received a letter from the bird that changed everything. The bird had fallen ill and needed Gracie's help. Without hesitation, Gracie set out on a journey to find her friend. As she made her way through the savannah, Gracie felt a sense of urgency she had never felt before. She knew that her friend needed her, and she would do whatever it took to help her. When she finally arrived at the bird's tree, Gracie was shocked by what she saw. The bird was weak and frail, and it was clear that she needed urgent medical attention. Gracie knew that she had to act fast. She used her long neck to carefully lift the bird from the tree and carried her through the savannah to a nearby animal hospital. The veterinarians there were able to diagnose and treat the bird's illness, and within a few days, she was back to her old self. Gracie stayed by her friend's side the entire time, providing comfort and support. She realized that true friendship means being there for each other in good times and bad, and that sometimes, the greatest acts of kindness can come in the most unexpected ways. As the bird regained her strength, Gracie knew that it was time for her to return home. She said goodbye to her friend, promising to write and visit soon. As she walked away, Gracie felt a sense of peace and contentment. She knew that true friendship was a rare and precious gift, one that should never be taken for granted. And even though her journey had been challenging, she knew that it was all worth it to see her friend healthy and happy once again. From that day forward, Gracie continued to explore the savannah with a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude. She knew that each new day was a gift, and that the most important thing in life was the connections we make with others. And as she gazed out over the vast expanse of the savannah, she knew that her friendship with the bird would always be a beacon of light, guiding her through even the darkest of times. Years went by, and Gracie and the bird continued to keep in touch. They wrote letters and visited each other whenever they could. Gracie watched as the bird's family grew, and she even had the pleasure of meeting some of the bird's children. As Gracie grew older, she realized that she had lived a long and fulfilling life, full of adventure and friendship. She had seen and experienced things that many other giraffes never had, and she was grateful for every moment. One day, as Gracie was resting in the shade of a tall acacia tree, she felt her body start to weaken. She knew that her time was coming to an end. She thought of her friend the bird and all the amazing experiences they had shared together. As she closed her eyes for the final time, Gracie felt at peace, knowing that her life had been full of love, friendship, and adventure. She knew that even though she was gone, her spirit would live on through the memories she had created and the friendships she had made. The bird, who had been a constant presence in Gracie's life, felt a deep sense of sadness at her friend's passing. But she also knew that Gracie's memory would live on, and that the bond they had shared would never be broken. And so, the bird continued to live her life, always remembering the giraffe who had touched her heart in so many ways. She shared stories of their adventures with her children and grandchildren, passing on the lessons of love and friendship that Gracie had taught her. And even though Gracie was no longer with her, the bird knew that she would always hold a special place in her heart, a symbol of the enduring power of true friendship.